Focus tonight, 300,000 complaints every single month about those unwanted phone calls. So what's been done to stop the problem? In Focus, investigator Amy Aubert takes a look at how one group is taking, I guess you could say, the calls into their own hands.
Kelly, the FTC calls it a huge problem, and it's only growing. We first covered the story this spring, and almost immediately after it aired, we had a group reach out to us saying they created an app that has worked to stop some of those annoying phone calls. Kathleen Nair's phone number is legitimate. But if you're a telemarketer, you might not know that.
If I answered and hung up, they might call back right away, 2 and 3 times. We don't get that anymore.
The marketing guru works for Hounds Interactive, a company that created a way that could perhaps put a stop or at least a slowdown to unsolicited calls.
You could get 10, 15 calls a week, that this is not a call I want to take.
It's something the FTC calls a huge problem.
It is the most complained about topic here at the FTC, and which means that consumers are still, despite being on the Do Not Call registry, despite robocalls being almost impossible to make legally, consumers continue to receive lots and lots of these calls.
They get around 300,000 complaints every month about unwanted phone calls.
If you get an unwanted call, a cold call trying to sell you something, don't interact with the call. Just hang up.
Interacting, the FTC says, shows the caller it's an active phone line. That's where the Fake-A-Fax app comes in.
Well, now instead of passing up that call and not answering the phone, which is going to do nothing, really, till the FTC comes up with something better, we've come up with this.
Nair says it all started from the idea that fax machines don't really get calls from telemarketers.
As soon as you have it, as soon as you have the phone there and you've hit on, you can have that sound going, and you just wait.
The app provides several different tones, each portraying a disconnected line
All circuits are busy now.
or wrong number. An effort, Nair says, to fool the robocall or telemarketer into thinking it's not a working number.
You just lean into it and wait, and you'll hear them disconnect.
It's a quick fix to a much larger scale problem. Nair agrees ultimately something needs to be done to stop the robocalls from coming in. But until then, they're plugging away, tapping an app to send a message.
Please check the number and try your call again.
Hopefully they'll find an answer, but for the interim, we feel like we're doing our little part.
The Fake-A-Fax app hit the market about 6 months ago, and the free app has gotten around 10,000 downloads. The FTC says they're encouraging private sector development to come up with ways to block the calls. They held a contest in 2012 to encourage the tech community to jump on board. For more information, head on over to our website. That's at abc2news.com/infocus.